I should have made this video a while ago, but med school has been, killing me. But, I'm going to try my absolute best to keep up with it. But now it's the weekend. Let's play some Noob Saibot. Let's go over his third variation, which is the pitch black variation. Okay, so first of all, Noob Saibot, his moves for the pitch black variation are the Sickle Snag, Sickle Toss, and the Air Dive Kick. Let's go over each one. So first of all, his Air Dive Kick. This is actually minus 26 on block, meaning that your opponent can punish it if on block, as you can see. What will actually help make it safer is being a distance where the clone will barely touch their feet will help keep it safe. But remember, that's a really fast reversal right there, so anything slower than that is definitely not gonna punish the Air Dive Kick. Be careful spamming this ability. You don't want to be like, spamming it like crazy, like thinking that's gonna be, safe all the time. You're not Jade or Cabal, okay? You're Noob Saibot's pitch black Air Dive Kick variation, okay? So be careful with that move. Second, his Sickle Toss. It's an overhead. Obviously, I assume that you all know that already. So Noob Saibot's Sickle Toss has 3 distances according to the command list, which is close, regular, and far. What the command list doesn't tell you is that if you hold up when you do the Sickle Toss, it will do a very far Sickle Toss. And now he has a full screen overhead move. So here's the thing. This move is considered an overhead hit, long distance hit. It is not considered a projectile, so it will not be reflected by Nightwolf. It will not be immune to Jade's phasing. It also will not be hit by Aaron Black's Scud Shot. So this is a good move to keep your opponent at bay from a distance. I mean, you don't really want to keep them far away, because here's the thing: the startup is very, 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 very slow. So you don't want to be, you cannot be spamming this. You cannot be trading with other people. You are going to lose the trades almost, 80% of the time. You want to be using Sickle Toss when you're at advantage. What I mean by advantage? Well, here's what I mean by example. After a back 2, you Sickle Toss, they are not going to be able to respond quickly enough. They are forced to block. Another one is after a grab. There we go. Otherwise, there's not going to be a lot of moments where you will be able to use Noob Saibot's Sickle Toss. However, there are moments, and you have to be able to activate the move without hesitation. So, like, if the opponent starts backing up, you want to already throw your Sickle Toss. And as much as possible, you want to throw your Sickle slightly in front of them. The region for Noob Saibot's Sickle Toss is actually very wide, because even his clone was considered a hitbox, as you can see right here. Even the clone, and also the Sickle itself. So you always want to kind of try to do it in front of them, because if you spam this move and you become very predictable, your opponent can actually just move around it. They can dash forward, they can dash back. Most of the time dashing forward, it is going to whiff, and you are going to get punished. So for that, Sickle Toss, not the best projectile, but it does have its uses, and you have to be aware of when you can use the Sickle Toss. The last move with Noob Saibot is everybody's favorite Noob Saibot move in the game, which is the Sickle Snag. Everybody's been wanting to use this move in tournament variation. It is one of his best combo extenders in the game. It's a great anti-air, and it has amazing damage. So you always want to be doing this as much as possible. This is going to be your damage dealer in the game. This is what you are going to get your combos with. Now, what combos you should be doing with Sickle Snag? Now that's another topic we are going to discuss. You see, with Noob Saibot, to use him effectively here in the pitch black variation, the thing is he has Sickle Snag, but he does not have the teleport extender, just as a regular teleport. So to maximize this, every Sickle Snag extension that you do should at least always get to 30% with 1 bar. If you can get 30% with 1 bar every time you do Sickle Snag, you are pretty much using pitch black effectively. So the basic combo is 4-2-2, 1 Sickle Snag, extend, and so on. Now, what to do after that extension? Now, for me, what I consider to be the most cost-effective and the most damage output is to do a 1-1-3 afterwards. Easy 30% damage, 313 damage. That's and it also leaves your opponent in a very good Oki position right here, where you can, you know, space yourself out. You can back 3, you can back 2, and if you really want to get, you know, fancy with it, you can Sickle Toss them. I don't recommend doing that, but if you want to, if you're confident with it, go for it. So how to approach with Noob Saibot's Pitch Black variation. The string you're going to be doing constantly is the 4-2-2-1 string. Now, the thing is with that string, you can stagger it, do a lot of things with it, but this is your go-to string for this variation. The 1-1-3 string, it's not going to give you a lot of output because you are not going to be able to cancel the sickle snag from that string. The most you could possibly do is just a teleport, a shadow tackle, or just stagger it. Now, if you want to get the best damage and the best positioning, the best thing to do would be 1-1-3 into a unamplified teleport. Noob Saibot has a very difficult pressure game, but there is a way to do it, and you have to be aware of when to do it and how to do it. Yes, I know people said that Dark Sabbath is the real combo variation, it's the real damaging variation. Here's the thing, with Dark Sabbath, most of the time you are going to be punishing and countering in order to open up those combos. Pitch Black, what makes it different than Dark Sabbath is that now you can be the one to try to open up your opponent now. It's a little bit better at opening up rather than the Dark Sabbath. I'm not saying that it's better at pressuring, but it is better at breaking defenses than Dark Sabbath is. So how to open up your opponent with Pitch Black variation. You're going to have to be able to jail. A lot of people should know about it, but just in case you do not know, jailing is when you're able to hit your opponent with a high string without them being able to duck it. To be able to do that, you must be able to either low poke them into a high string or do a jumping 2 or 1 into the high string. So here's an example of jailing. See, we cannot do a 2-1-2 string from the first hit. As you can see, it whiffs. The second hit is a low, but before that low hits, they can down 2 you or they can poke you out of it. So the way how to fix that is to do a jailing move. One of the ways people jail is to do a down 1 into the high string, or for Noob Saibot, he has a great down 3, so you can go down 3 into the string. So with that, if you can jail somebody, that means they are forced to block you. If they do not block or they try to down poke you, they will get hit by the high attacks. So that allows you to open them up for things such as and there you go. You get easy 30% damage just from a person trying to outpoke you. So strings you can do from jailing are definitely the 4-2 string or the 2-1-2 string. 2-1-2 is best to be done after a down 3 or a down 1. And then the 4-2 string is best after a down 3 or a down 4. So the 2 strings that are best to use for jailing from a down 1, down 3, or a down 4. With that, here are the combos that I believe are optimal, consistent, and are able to, I guess, be safe if you mess it up. And there you have it. Those are the tips for using Pitch Black for Noob Saibot. It's not a terrible variation, but definitely it does not outshine the other two variations. It definitely has its place in the meta, but it is very situational. So what I would suggest as a Noob Saibot main, get familiar with all three variations, and then know which matchups are going to be effective with certain variations. That's how you can be the most effective Noob Saibot player playing Mortal Kombat, especially higher levels, because the thing is, a lot of people, they know how to fight against Noob Saibot, they know his offensive game, so if you have good knowledge of all of his variants, you can definitely put the matchup knowledge to your advantage, and you can definitely put the match into your favor, because Noob Saibot is not an easy character to win with. He may have damage, but other than damage, he doesn't have a lot of utility, doesn't have a lot of ways to open up. A lot of people know how to defend well against characters, and if you can defend well against Noob Saibot, it is going to be very difficult for Noob Saibot to even win. So that's why Noob Saibot, you must be smart, you must be diligent, you must play patiently, and you must play effectively. And do not hesitate when the moment presents itself to strike perfectly and correctly. So that's all I can say for Noob Saibot, especially for his Pitch Black variation. Go out there, play some Mortal Kombat, do awesome, and as always, thank you to all you members of my Ninja Clan. This is your Grandmaster, NikkNitro, keeping it ninja.